everyone, I'm back with another unboxing of the Sam's bead box. This one is for the month of September, and it looks like the theme of this month is Forest Walk. I love the forest right now this time of year in the fall, especially here in Minnesota. We get the changing of the leaves, and it's just gorgeous, especially the more you go like up north towards the towards Lake Superior. Oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful scenes. So I think I'm gonna like this one. So anyway, let's open up. So Sam's Bead Box it's a monthly subscription, and it is, if I will correct it down in the description box, if not, it's $45 plus $5 in shipping. Totally worth it because you get so many beads, you guys. And so it comes with a little letter that tells you why the inspiration of this box, and let's see, the forest works in magical layers, from roots to forest floor to the tops of the tree canopy. And then on the back you have, a list of what is in the box, and also what else, it has some reminders up here. He has a group on Facebook, and the group, he does several live sales, and then there's two groups, but one of them he does live sales, and then the other one there's tutorial. And so it's definitely worth it if you want to go and join his group. The live sales are fabulous because he finds really awesome and unique beads. So totally recommend going to check out his lives. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it and see what's in this box, because I'm eager to dig into it. I want to see what Forest Walk is all about. Some candy. Oh, we got lifesavers this month. I like lifesavers. All right, so for our first one, and then also stick around to the second half of this video, because we're going to do some designing on the fly with what looks like this gorgeous kit, or this gorgeous box, I'm sorry. All right, so it looks like we have some check glass teardrop striped amber mix, and it is 6 by 9.5 millimeters, and we get about 20 pieces. So they're like little, they're little teardrops, and they've got like lines in the middle. It definitely got the the browns, makes us think of the forest. Our second one, oh, look at this beautiful jasper. It's a fancy jasper, smooth, round, 8 millimeters, and it's a 7-inch strand. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, beautiful. That is a really pretty strand. Look at that. Love it. All right, and so I forgot to mention, he does put natural stones in the box, gemstones. Then we have some durable elephants, check glass elephant, copper wash leather, brown, and they are 11 by 15 millimeters. It's a 6-piece set. These are so cute. All right, so they're drilled from the trunk to the tail. Look at that, they have a gold wash on them. So cute. Got some little elephants marching along. Ooh, this one's interesting. This is a check glass table cut oval green metals mix, and it is 13 by 9 millimeter, and it's 1 piece. It's a very interesting piece. Almost looks like a reptile, doesn't it? Got like reptile skin. They came out, Terracast just came out with their new collection for the fall, and it is just so beautiful. Okay, so first there's the Nun Design. Nun Design is also awesome. Nun Design Tree of Life Pendant Antique Copper Plate, 19.5 by 23 millimeters. So I love the Tree of Life. There's so many paintings and jewelry, and so Tree of Life. And then we've got a little oak leaf charm antique copper plate, 6 by 10.5 millimeters. So like I said, they came out with their new forest collection. Super cute. Then we have some check glass table cut oval green silk Picasso, 7 by 17.5 millimeters, and it is a 6-piece set. It is pointy, but it's a 6-piece set. So we got some fun green. Picasso is the finish on the edges usually, is what you see. Makes it look like almost mossy. Makes you think of moss on the trees, doesn't it? You know, the Picasso finish. And we have these pretty guys. Check glass dragonfly red silk Picasso copper. They are 15 millimeters and we get 4. Oh, I love dragonflies. So pretty. And they have that Picasso on them. Very appropriate for the fall. Can you hear my little guy snoring in the background? Check glass cowgirl flower crystal latte silk mix copper 11 millimeter, and it's a 10, we get 10 pieces. Look at that. These are really pretty. Such cute little flowers. Then check glass faceted bicone green luster. They are 8 millimeters and we have about 20 pieces. Oh, look at these bicones. They look almost antique. Green luster, huh? I guess, yeah. They have that luster, but at the same time they look almost gray, depending on how you move them. This is check glass rice bead bronze luster 3 by 6 millimeters, and there is about 65 pieces. Look at how pretty these are. I want to put them in this white tray so you can see, so they can really stand out because they're super pretty. They are check glass flat pear brio woodlands mix 12 by 18 millimeters, and it is a 10-piece set. These are really pretty. Oh yeah, they're brios because they got the drill on the top. But look at how gorgeous these are. Reminds me of like coffee with some cream in it. They're really pretty. Look at this one. It's got some, like I said, it looks like it almost has cream. I think I'm craving coffee now. Then it's we have this strand check glass faceted rondelle rainforest mix 6 by 8 millimeter, and this is a 20-piece strand. These are really pretty. I love rondelles, and rainforest mix is perfect name because of the blues that you can see come through. That's beautiful. These are beautiful rondelles. And then check glass leaf copper wash forest fern mix 9 by 14 millimeters 25-piece strand. Look at that. How pretty. We got our leaves. Oh, this is pretty. It's a red jasper donut 30 millimeters 7 with a 7 millimeter hole. We get 1 piece. I love this. It's like a what would it be, that name? Is it terracotta? You know, that earthy tone. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to stay in my hand. Look at how pretty these are. House made check glass bead mix lush jungle, and it features a bellflower, teardrop brio, druck round, tumblestone and olive, and smoky topaz. Wow, that is cool. So teardrop brio. Oh, okay. So we've got little brios here. And then we've got the drucks, bellflowers. Oh, here we go. We got our brown little bellflowers. Tumbled stones in olive and smoky topaz. So, my dog. I gave him a bone and he had quite the workout, and I can tell he's exhausted. Then we've got check glass spacer druck amber topaz 4 millimeters, and that's about 200 pieces. Little drugs. They're super tiny. Aren't they pretty? Look at that topaz. I love the color. Tiger eye. Woo! I love tiger eye. And look at these rondelles. Tiger eye faceted rondelle 4 by 6 millimeter, and this is a 7.5 inch strand. That's a lot. It's a big strand. Look at that. It's a large strand. This is gorgeous. All right, check glass table cut oval jungle mix 9 by 11.5 millimeters, and we've got a 10-piece set. Look at that. Don't they look cozy? You know, a sweater with these colors would be beautiful. All right, check glass leaf jungle glow mix 13 by 17.5, and we get 12 pieces. Look at these, goes with those drugs. See, and then the teal goes like perfect. It's a green, but it looks almost, you know, you've almost got a little tint of blue, like making it a teal. There's a check glass saucer olive 2.5 millimeters, and it's about 75 pieces. Those are cute. They look a little more bright green in the camera, but they're actually more on the warmer green. These are check glass bicone smoky topaz 8 millimeter, and it's about 30 pieces. These bicones are so nice in that brown or topaz. Definitely beautiful fall colors we've been seeing. It is a check glass bifocal garnet copper 17 by 21 millimeters. So it's got the copper wash on it. All right, so this is, like I said, it's got a beautiful wash on it. It's gorgeous for a pendant or a focal, like it says. And look at this guy, check glass pine cone smoky topaz copper, and it's 12 by 24.5 millimeters. That one's really pretty focal too. Very cool. Okay, you guys, so this is the Sam's bead box for the month of September. I'm already digging into the candy. And I am going to go and grab my tools and some materials that I need, like, you know, findings and stuff, and come back and let's see what we can create. All right, I'll be right back. So I'm back with a little bead soup. I apologize, it took me a few days, a couple days to upload this video, but my lives have been driving me crazy, but I think I've got it. So to start this tutorial, what I have planned is that I'm going to do like several mixed media metals. So I made this little bead soup right here. I have here a piece of wire. It's beading wire. I believe this is a bead-along wire. I cut it a while back, the day that I was going to do this tutorial, and then I got busy with fixing my live setup. All right, so now I'm going to use a bead stopper for this. Put it right there. And I'm just going, what I want to do is use these beads to make the, I'm going to use a button as a closure. So I'm going to use these beads to make a loop like this. So it's not going to be a big piece. It's probably going to be about 1.5 to 2 inches long. Since I'm going to be using browns and coppers, I'm going to use one copper crimp tube and our crimping pliers. First, we're just going to bead in no exact order. Oh, and I need to find the button. Now I have these from Beads to Live By, and I think I'm going to use this little like bell. All right. So I have put some beads on, and I measured it, made sure the button went through. It's about 2 inches. It's no, this is for me because I'm going to be using this button. So you guys would have to, whatever button you're going to be using, you would have to determine the size of the opening. Now, what I'm going to do is that before I do that, I'm going to be using some of this beautiful chain here. See, and what I want to do, last thing I want to do is lose beads. That's and what I want to do is that before I crimp this, I want to loop the chain here. I'm going to take this here. So like I said, this is going to be kind of a mishmash. I watched Kate from beadshop.com. She kind of works with different mixed metals and stuff, and I love that. And I think these beads would be perfect for that type of project. So I totally recommend going to visit her shop. It's just that, beadshop.com. And you know, she does all sorts of fun, you know, mixes and stuff. So, and mixed media a lot. So So totally recommend going to check her out. And I have to give her credit because that's kind of where I'm taking my inspiration, but I'm putting my own, you know, making my own design here. All right, so I have the chain. I'm going to take the crimp, and now I can, that's a big piece, you guys. Take my cutters, my Xyron cutters, thread both of these through here. Then I'm going to crimp. I'm going to put it in this divot here. So lean it in there, and then crimp like that, and then go to the side. So I'm going to put it on its side like a little taco. I don't know if it's visible on camera, hopefully, but you just take that little taco you just made and you make it a smaller taco. Now what I'm gonna do is, because I need to give it a little bit of stability, I mean, make sure that this wire doesn't, you know, come loose. I'm just gonna kind of bring it through this chain here. Now what I have left, I'm just going to put it right there. And don't worry, this is not going to be showing. I'll show you in a minute. Now I have some of this. I have some of this leather, and it's a 1.5 millimeter, I believe. Bring that through here to give it just some extra, I don't know, to cover up this wire that we worked on. And we're going to mix it with the chain. You can even thread it through along with the wire if you want to do that. That'll look really nice. So now we have it right there. What I'm going to do is I have some Chinese Chinese string. This is a kind of a shiny string, and I got it in green, and I cut a piece, loop it through here, loop it like that. Make sure you have enough. Okay, like this, and then grab your long piece. Just going to wrap this chain along with the leather, and it'll be a really pretty mixed media. We're just going to do a layered mixed media necklace. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just as we go, just playing with the materials, and I think and hope that we're going to end up with something beautiful. There we go. So now we're going to take this through here. So then you pull this through here, and I'll show you right now. We're not going to have a loose and then this is where you started this loop, right? So you're going to pull on both, nice and tight. And then once you do that, you need to make sure to glue the ends here so that the string stays in there in place. I'm going to probably do another loop here, like that. And get it there. Alright, and then we'll just use some glue for this end and glue for this end. Now, before you can either use your cord, if you have a cord, what do you call that, thread cutter, or you can just use a lighter to, you know, seal the ends so the string doesn't come apart. And then, like I said, you do your glue. And then this one, I am going to cut up to here and put this here. But then, considering putting this through here, and then putting this one through here. Alright, and then what we're going to do is I think I'm gonna wrap it down here just to have more of this, you know, the cohesive with the green. Again, just loop this and don't forget to glue all those ends together. This is going to be a smaller wrap. So now to move on, and then grab these here. Again, I'm just winging it here, so bear with me. Then I have some antique copper. Got some 24 gauge here, and the other one is, this one is 20 gauge, which we're going to be using later as well. So just going to make some head pins really quick. Let me show you one, and then I'll come back to continue the necklace. Oop. So then once you make the little, I missed the hole. Once you make the little spiral, you put the wire through here, and this wire is like really soft, so it's, you know, usually I would use my pliers to pull it through, but there's no need, as you can see. All you have to do is take these little guys like that and make some wrap loops. And with this wire, it's like super easy. And don't worry about just kind of a messy loop. Super easy, super fast. Alright, so now I did those drops. Sorry, I started moving forward and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to turn my camera back on. So I did these little drops and I'm hanging them from this chain here. You know, so I'm just literally going along as trying to make everything nice and cohesive, and in my brain make you know how I have it pictured in my brain or in my mind, not in my brain, how I have the image in my mind, and I want it to be cohesive and just flow. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm taking a bunch of these I'm going to save individually. So I'm taking some of these like bumpy, or what do you call, tumbled check glass, some of the little flowers, things like that, and I'm just going to make some more links, because what we're going towards is, as the pendant, we're going to be using the donut. So then I'll show you guys how we're going to embellish the donut. So basically, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking these little, just kind of to mix and match, and before I close it, I do want to put it on this chain here, and then grab my pliers like this and just kind of do a wrap loop, do a wrap loop, and do about 3, I think 3 is what's going to fit. 3 of these wraps. Cut the end off and tuck this end in. So now we've started here, and now what we can do is that I'm going to leave these drops because I'm going to need them for something else. But for example, I can do these bike cones, a green round one and another one, so you know, another of these bike cones. So what I'm going to do is take more 20 gauge wire and do one side we'll do a wrap loop like that. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, that's fine. So I will just first do the wrap loop without the beads, otherwise they'll fall off. This. And if your wraps end up a little separate, you can always squish them together. And there we go. Now we can take these. Now I'm going to put my little bicone, my truck, and this bicone here. But before you close it, make sure that you loop it in to the upper one, otherwise you're going to end up having to use jump rings. So close it here, this, and I'm going to do 2 more of these, but right now I think I want to put, yeah, I'm going to do one of these. Okay, so I'm just going to add a couple more of these wire wrapped like beads, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, so now I added some more of these beads here, and now what I'm going to do is wrap this donut here. So I wanted to show you guys how I do it. And this is German style wire. I don't want it to lose its shape. The wire from Parawire tends to be a little softer. I mean, copper wire is soft to begin with. So I wanted to use this one here. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna start by putting this wire through here like that. See, just like that, and then bring it, but you want to, I want to make sure that it's in the middle. There we go. And then use your, you can use your nylon jaw pliers. Where are my nylon? Oh, there it is. You can use your nylon jaw pliers to get it nice and straight, so that it's nice and straight when you put it around the this donut, and then you bring it through again like that, and make sure you're just pulling as much as you can. I'm going to pull from this side like this. Now I'm going to do the same here. And see how we're starting to make like a little umbrella there? Now we can do the same here. And I'm just gonna, just so that I get an even use of the wire, I'm doing both sides. I'm alternating each side. Okay, let's do this side one more time. So I've got, you can, kind of move them around, adjust them as wide or as close together as you want. But what I want to do, I'll grab my, and I don't know if it's going to work out. Like I said, I am winging it here. Just bring this through here. Like that. What I want to do is make a little loop here, and then bring it back through, and bring it through here, very soft stone. So what I'm trying to do is some like loops, but I'm trying not to use my pliers so that I don't I don't mar the wire too much. See? Still looks pretty. You guys will have to let me know what you think. So this is going to look like this. And this guy is going to be put right there. Oh, and then on the back here, just to give it some strength, that you can do is go in and just kind of tighten up the wires. Just kind of twist your wrist. Oop. See. And I think it also from the back, it shows, it kind of adds a little more personality. See, there we go. Oop, I forgot this one. How did I miss that? There. And like this. Really liked how it turned out. I thought it would just look like a mess of wires, but I think the structure of this kind of gives these swirls the like structure that it needs, so it doesn't look just like a bunch of messy wires. Alright guys, so since it's taken me forever to finish this design, I was supposed to finish this and upload it last week, but then I got busy and my sister came to visit for the weekend, so family comes first. I hadn't seen her in a long time, so I put finishing this off on hold, but right now I worked on it and just going to show you what I did so that this video doesn't become way too long. So what I did was I made these little, I made some tassels of the beads, you know, these green beads, and then I added some, and they're all tight, you know, they're all put together with simple loops, and I did do some wrap loops here and there. So like these little flowers, I did wrap loops and then put some chain, just kind of add a little bit of dimension, and leaves on the bottom with the little flowers. It looks really, I think it looks really cute. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I have these, and they all have their little, whatchamacallit, they have their loops already done, and I used 20 gauge wire to make these. So all we're going to do is open up the simple loops like this, and then add this one, close, and open this one, like there, close. And last, I put 2 leaves on the bottom. These leaves are really pretty. And I'll show you also what other strands, because I made this again, as you guys know, if you've subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I love the multi-strand necklaces. It's kind of my thing. I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna open the other side of this green, and all I did was look for a loop around here. So like here, no, I'm gonna do it on this one right there, and kind of, I'm not pulling because I don't want to misshape the wire. I'm just gonna put this in there and close it. Make sure it's nice and close. So see now, there we go. Now for this chain, all we're going to do is, first what I did was put it on the donut, and I'm going to use this one right here and close this jump ring. I thought about adding 4 tassels, but I think I like 3. What do you guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like the 3, or do you think it should have 4? All right, so I'm gonna grab 2 of these little flowers and some parawire, 20 gauge wire, and antique copper, and cut this. I like making the head pins, that little rosette, for flowers, because I think it looks cute in the center. You'll see in a minute. And you take your round nose plier and go very at the end here and start making my little coil, and then just kind of bring it up. The coil ends up being, there we go. And then I'm going to bring it back through the coil like that. And then what I like to do is I grab my nylon jaw pliers like this, and now you can pull, because that way you're not going to damage the wire, and it kind of straightens it. So now we can see how pretty it looks like when it's in there. Kind of gives it like a little, I don't know, like a little rosette type situation. All right, and then now I can go in and bend the wire a little bit, bring it back over, and then before I close the wrap loop, I'm going to put it right here. I don't need a jump ring here. I want to put it directly so it doesn't come off by doesn't get, you know, pulled off by accident. So I'm going directly to the chain, and then I'll take my bent nose pliers just to get in there and keep the pliers out of the way. See how I have my space to wrap? Cut the end here. So this, you know, it takes a lot of little things of putting wires together and stuff, but it's so worth it. I think it looks so pretty. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you what I did up here in just a minute. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a leaf. How many did I put in here? I put just one little leaf on there. So the way I did the leaves was, again, I cut about 2 inches or about 1.5 inches of wire. Then what you do is you put it through here. One is going to be a little bit shorter than the other side, so one longer side than the other. Bring it over like that, so to cross, just like that. And then what I did was I flattened this out so that it'd be nice straight, and this one, take it right at where the crosses and put it straight up like an L. Okay, and so now I'm going to hold this here, and I'm just going to, with my 2 fingers, start twisting. This is kind of easy. Oh, well, kind of. Squish that there. What I do is just twist the leaf, and all you need is like a couple turns, and squish that together. Cut there, tuck that in. Then what you do is just push the wire like that. We're going to do a wrap loop, and there we go. So like I said, let me know if you think that it should have one more. I think it's nice and full right there with the leaves on the bottom. It's just going to be so pretty. And then here I used a piece of, I thought I was going to do 2 pieces, but you don't need to hold it each, but I wanted to be able to use this dragonfly bead, and oh, and you know what, let me grab my glue. So I recommend grabbing some this GS Hypo cement, and just gonna open this one. Ooh, there we go. And then what I'm gonna do is here I made like 3 knots. Once I put the glue and it stays, see, it kind of makes it look a little more decorative with the leather. Once I add the glue and I know that it's nice and not going anywhere, then I will cut these ends off that look kind of ugly, and you'll just see it like this. So I'm just going to put some, I kind of put the needle part in there and push. Let's see if it's coming out. Oh yeah, there. That's one place. And then what I did with the wrapping over here, before I cut these ends off, I want to put some more on these ends here. Oop. Come on. I want my glue to dry. So, oop. Darn it. There we go. Grab some from here. Put some there. And then put some over here. Make sure everything's nice and secure in there. I have glue all over my hands. Then I can cut these little ends here, and then more over here and here, just to make sure the cord stays in place. And I think, oh, and then I made some barrel knots over here that I'll show you what they connect to, but I want, since I have the glue open, I might as well take advantage and glue this. I'm making a mess of all this glue. Oh my goodness. All right, I need the other end right there. Ah, now I got it on the pendant. Oh my goodness, such a mess, such a mess. That's the only thing I don't like about this glue. I love the, all right, and then you put the cap right back on. All right, you guys, so here is the finished necklace, and let me just kind of dust this off here quick. But here's the finished necklace, and I'm gonna go through it to show you guys what I did. So here, and then you'll see it on the bust. Make sure you wait until the end of this video so that you can see how it lays, or drapes on the bust. I have already tried it on and it looks so pretty. Alright, so you've got your tassels that I made, that I showed you guys. Then the wire. Then I used some leather to wrap this. Kind of did a couple of, no, I think it's like 3 knots here. Then I grabbed one of the dragonfly to put this, dragonfly bead, to put these 2 strands together. I made the exact, mirrored. I mirrored the this side of the chain, as like I showed you guys. I made this one and put those 2 together there. Then what I did was I added a piece of chain, and this is just chain to give it some, some texture, and and I put it with jump rings. I used jump rings to attach it to these little where I started off with the leather hooks, or the leather pieces that I turned into the attachments. Then I put on the button that I showed you guys. I think the button looks so cute. I think. What do you guys think? And then, so there is the button, and I made some, I took one piece of leather, wire wrap it on one side and wire wrapped it on the other side, just to, hold that in place. And I crimped it on each side. Then to put it closer to the neck, what I did was I took a bunch of these jump rings. I think these are, these might be the 5mm or 7mm jump rings. And then I put the Tree of Life pendant, and then I added the, the jump rings to the center of it. And oh my gosh, I think it just added, the layers look so pretty. And I hope that you like it as well once you see it on the bust. I still have a ton of beads left, so we definitely make maybe a matching pair of earrings or a bracelet. We'll see. Okay, so here is my design for the September Sam's bead box. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to my channel, I suggest that you hit that subscribe button so you get a lot more beady content. Hit that bell that's right next to it so you get notified the next time I upload another beady video. And for now, I will leave you with another Sam's bead box unboxing, and I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for watching.